Well, Matthew, I'm really excited about our conversation today. Everyone, in our last episode, we talked about how the baseline child support rate is calculated. And today we're going to talk about the additional child support related expenses that are included in both a mediation agreement for divorce as well as a mediation agreement for paternity. So Matthew, take us away.
All right. So as you said, these are found in both the paternity and a divorce agreement under the child support section. So the first thing that we do is we have to get their gross incomes, whether they are actual or agreed upon. And those are what we would use in the child support, that we had talked about last time. And then once we get those, the very first thing that we talk about is daycare, aftercare, and summer care. So, in the last episode, we talked about how that's one of the line items, one of the statutory components that's supposed to be in the child support calculation. But I think we had mentioned that we a lot of times leave that out. And so the reason why we leave it out is because it's a moving target. Like, say, for example, you have like a 3 or a 4-year-old. So you've got daycare. Well, once that child starts pre-K, well, now you only have half a day of daycare. And once the child is in kindergarten, well, now you have aftercare. If we had...
Sorry, finish your thought and we can cut that part out.
Okay, so if we had put it into the child support guidelines calculation, then every time it changes, the parties would be forced to pay to reopen their case, come back to mediation, and redo the number. And
I was going to say, are we having to renegotiate this every time, or are we deciding what that's going to look like at every stage of their life, putting it in here, and now it's decided upon?
So great question with an answer of, we don't know what those costs are at every stage of life, right? Like, let's say, for example,
because their incomes might change and things like that.
Incomes might change, but also the cost of daycare. Like, we know inflation, right? We know things always go up. So right now, child care for an aftercare may be like $150 a week, but they may have a 3-year-old. Well, who knows if that is still going to be $150 a week in 3 years when they need it. Right. So no, it's impossible to do that. So it really does force them to have to come back. That also clogs up the judicial system, and it unnecessarily causes the parties to spend money. So,
right. How do you streamline this then? Because there are so many changing variables through the years.
Yeah. So what we've done is, let me first tell you what the statute says, okay, with regards to child care. So the statute says that child care costs, that's daycare, pre-care, aftercare, summer care, child care costs incurred due to employment, job search, or education that's calculated to result in employment or to enhance the income of current employment of either parent shall be added to the basic child support obligation. So that's why it's a line item in the child support calculation that we talked about last time, because the statute says, fine, this is where it goes.
Hi, my name is Sydney Mitchell.
Hi, I'm Matthew Brickman, Florida Supreme Court Mediator. Welcome to the Mediate This podcast, where we discuss everything mediation and conflict resolution.